Okay, so for our demo, we're going to have a very quick one. First, we're going to have a run through on the different websites that the government has provided for us or has assigned to take care of our welfare with regards to disasters, right? So I think the center of all those agencies is the NDRRMC. So it is the specific government agency intended to address or at least to focus on the concerns regarding disaster risk reduction and management, or DRRM. Okay, so you can go through to their website, ndrrmc.gov.h. There's nothing much amazing or nothing really spectacular here, but the using this or by going to this website, you can be updated on what's going on. Okay, you can see the recent events as well as some updates regarding the plans and some projects that the agency is currently working on. Okay, so at least you are updated on the direction of NDRMC. So you can have this website as a source of information and at the same time as a basis for verifying some news that you get regarding disasters. Okay, so it's very important to know what's officially been issued by the government. Right? So especially that we right now there are fake news everywhere. So um one quick way to check whether a certain news is official or not or legit or not is by visiting NDRMC, especially regarding disaster related events. Okay, so I believe there are some publications here, some materials that you can download, and like their updated plans, right, and guidelines for regarding disaster um, resilience. Okay. Also, we have Pag-asa, one of the I think the branches, and not really branches, the offices of the OST. So this one is the office intended to constantly monitor the weather, of course, in especially in the Philippines, right? And provide some forecast and some updates regarding the weather. Okay, so PAGASA, by the way, stands for Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration. So we highly recommend that you visit this website, not just during typhoons or some uh, during harsh weathers, but also as part of your disaster prevention and mitigation procedures. Okay, so you can check the website for data that you might use for your smart system. You can, if the data that you're looking for is not available here, you can send a letter to the OST and they might grant you the data you are looking for. Okay. So I believe Pag-asa has adapted the some of the elements from the original Project Noah. Okay, of course, things have changed. A lot has been added, especially since the technologies nowadays have been way more advanced compared to about 10 years ago. So, just imagine the original Project Noah plus the recent advanced technologies that we have. And now we have this website that can help us get information regarding the weather or flood, some details about flood, tropical cyclone, and so on. Right? So for example, let's go to the weather. I think this is the weather section. Right? So you can move. zoom in to your specific area. So currently, in our area, there's not so the weather's not that good, right? So where's Panay? I think Panay. All right, we're currently having a red. We are under tropical depression Esther. So hopefully I could finish this. We could finish this event. Um, right? So let's see. The forecast right now, okay, by 7 p.m. we're okay, I don't know how to use this. 7 p.m. is right here. So hopefully, okay. So by that time, the chances of having precipitation and low humidity, um, or the humidity is very low, and okay, there's a bit of chance of precipitation within 7 to 9 period. Hopefully the signal doesn't get cut. But if the signal gets cut, maybe we can post again the video for, or we can have another FB Live session either um most likely tomorrow. Okay? If ever the event gets cut due to the harsh weather right now. Okay, so at least I know that there's an upcoming uh harsh weather within our location, right? So that's the good thing about this website. Okay, it's very useful, and I just want you to, I encourage everyone to explore. Okay, so sayang naman pag ano no, advanced tapos hindi naman natin discover, or we're not really leveraging on these technologies that have been provided for us. Okay, so Fivolks, on the other hand, we have okay, they already have their mobile app for volcanoes. They also have these additional external apps, GeoRisk and Hazard Hunter, that they have incorporated also in Pag-asa and here in Fivolks. Okay, so they have these news and some updates, some reminders. Okay. And here you can have links to like the models. So we mentioned earlier in the first half of our session that um, one of the ways to know very well about the disaster risk is by um, um, using some models. Okay. So especially earthquake disasters uh, are they we have no means of predicting earthquakes or forecasting for earthquakes, but we can get some ideas through earthquake models. Like, so I highly encourage you to explore uh, these data that provided by, yeah, Fivolks, right? And now this is our main website, okay, our focus for tonight for this session. Okay, we have Project NOAA. Just go to noaa.up.edu.ph, right? Or just type Project NOAA, and most likely it will come as the first entry in the results. Okay, so right now, at their homepage, they have their own location as the um default map. Okay, so we search for our location. You can type your own location. In my case, I use my current location. Okay, so you'll see where I am right now. So I will just this time I will allow Project Noah to capture my location. All right, so amazing. So currently, I'm here in Iloilo City, and this is the area that I'm currently staying at. Okay, so in our office, and as you can see, we have some color codings. If we zoom it out, right? Some areas around me, around our location, it has a yellow or orange or even red. Um, I think this is currently we are in, okay, I'm not sure if what specific hazard it is. So I think this is general. So general, if you want an independent assessment, flood, landslide. Okay, so general. So either a flood, a landslide, or storm surge. So one of these three. So that means that my current location is not really prone to any of these three hazards. Okay, so if I check flood hazard, okay, so some areas are nearby are prone to have low level of hazards. Okay, although there's actually a quick flooding, there's quick flooding around us, but the good thing is that the flood goes down. The flood disappears after an hour or a few hours. Um, because we at least our drainage is working. Okay, it's still it can still drain some excessive water or some groundwater. However, they are too small to drain or to funnel or to get rid of a lot of water. So whenever there's excessive rain, there's flooding, there's slight flooding that disappears right away after the rain. Okay, after a few hours of rain. But generally, the system has identified that this area is free from flooding hazards. Okay, so for me, it's quite uh by the way, we have some tips here. I urge you to explore also these tips, these some of these important awareness information that you can share with your family or people within your organization or community. Right. Now, in case, in terms of landslide, okay, none really, because Iloilo City is quite flat. Okay, so we are not really prone to landslides. But I think in the mountainous portions, okay, even in outside the city, all right. In the mountainous portions of Iloilo City, especially those near Antique, uh, that is, those areas are where more landslide accidents or landslide disasters are actually taking place. Okay, so landslides are not really a problem or a big deal in the city. Um, Storm surge. I think this is the more serious one since we are in a flat area and near coastline. So that's I think the more serious one. Okay, so my current location is near areas with low and medium risks hazards. But they're just a few blocks away, and there are already low levels of hazards, storm surge hazards. Okay, so we're quite in danger. um, Not really. So I think the red one is about let's see how far. Rizal Street, it's near okay. I think it's 15 minute yeah, or a 5 minute drive. Okay. So there are areas that are prone to storm surges. Storm surge disasters. Right? So at least we're aware. The good thing is we're aware, and therefore, based on these hazards that had been identified by tools like Project NOAA, so the question is, what are you going to do? Okay, so we have some tips here from Project NOAA, like how to prepare. So we evacuate immediately. We always make sure that we have a survival kit and we have some things to be included in our survival kit. Okay, so this is a very important, a crucial step in disaster prevention, right? Because if we are less vulnerable and less, although we are exposed, but if we are less vulnerable, then less vulnerable because of our awareness, then we can lessen the risks associated with these hazards. Okay, so that's for Project NOAA. And I think I'll cut the video so that we can isolate them. Okay, we're going to proceed with the other one.